Right now, new research on ice sheets by a UW-Madison PhD student is shedding new light on climate change. Also, a contentious deal between the universities of Wisconsin and state lawmakers passed this week, a deeper dive at what was agreed on. And we sit down with State Senator Kelda Roys, how the Democrat at the center of the budget process is responding to the past year. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. New evidence published in part from a UW-Madison PhD student is shedding new light on the environment. It suggests that Antarctica's ice sheets could shift in rapid and unexpected ways in the coming centuries if the effects of climate change continue. Our Catherine Merck joins us in the studio after speaking with the former student about his findings. Catherine?
Though the subject matter on this study looked at the area from the furthest part of the southern hemisphere, it reflects patterns that would impact the entire planet.
It's kind of using the past to understand the future.
This UW-Madison PhD grad is behind a study that goes back millions of years in order to understand the Earth.
It more broadly is a piece of evidence for helping us understand sort of the whole range of possibility.
Nick Sullivan, one of the people behind the study, found that Antarctica's ice sheets grew and shrank more quickly at rates than we had previously thought. By looking at small bits of gravel that fell into the seafloor as icebergs drifted away, the findings give us an unprecedented look at part of our planet's history.
The type of sediment that gets deposited tells you something about the environment that was there.
As scientists around the world work to better understand the factors that control ice sheet behavior as the planet continues to warm, this new study suggests Antarctica's ice sheets could continue to rapidly change in unexpected ways in the coming centuries if carbon dioxide levels and temperatures continue to rise due to greenhouse gas emission.
It couldn't help inform future climate states and future ice sheet, changes in ice sheet behavior, or at the very least sort of form part of that broader context.
Even though they don't provide all the answers, as Nick and other scientists try to uncover the past, these findings could suggest more about our world's future.
It's more evidence that the ice sheets are not like a stable, steady thing that will that we can depend on to never change. It's dynamic.
The PhD grad told me the University of Wisconsin worked with a public research institute in New Zealand, a unique opportunity that not many opportunities in our country get a chance to be a part of. Susan?
Catherine, thank you. The effect of ice and snow also directly impact our weather. Let's get a look now with your first warned forecast. Gary Canalti is on the weather patio. Gary?
You know, Susan, we always talk about the Antarctic and Arctic ice sheets because they reflect heat back into space. If they're not there, they absorb, the land and the water absorbs heat and we warm up. Well, take a look at what's going on right now. This is our snow depth. There's almost no snow at all across the entire state of Wisconsin. In fact, across most of the upper Midwest. So you take away that snow and look what it's done to temperatures. These are high temperatures today. We're in the middle of December and temperatures are in the 40s to lower 50s. So without that snow reflecting heat back into space to allow us to get cold, we don't have snow and we just continue to stay warm. Most of the precipitation we see on Doppler track is in a liquid form, maybe a little bit of mixed rain and snow north of Duluth, Minnesota. But the cloud cover that comes in at night also keeps our temperatures up at night too. So we stay mild. In fact, temperatures will not fall below freezing tonight, even though last night we were in the upper 20s to the lower 30s through most of southern Wisconsin. Current temperatures are well into the 40s. Still 43 in Madison, 45 in Janesville. Here in Dane County, 42 in Sun Prairie and 44 in the town of Prairie. Look for mostly cloudy skies. No rain or snow expected this evening as temperatures drop into the upper 30s, but those temperatures will stay nearly steady overnight. So when precipitation arrives tomorrow morning, it'll be in the form of rain. I'll tell you how much we can expect and whether there's a prospect for a white Christmas this year in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, we'll check back in just a little bit. Thank you. To an update now on a case involving a man throwing rocks at a group of people who attended a vigil for Israel. An arrest warrant is being issued for the suspect. Ethan Hansen of Deerfield is charged with 1 count of misdemeanor disorderly conduct with a hate crime enhancer. The incident happened on November 7th. According to police, someone reported being hit by a rock during that vigil, and others reported hearing racially insensitive comments directed toward the group. The Israeli military says it expresses deep remorse after 3 hostages were killed by what it called a friendly fire incident in Gaza. This comes as the U.S. National Security Advisor traveled to the region to urge Israel to be more controlled in its bombing. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
During military operations in Gaza, the Israel Defense Forces says 3 hostages were mistakenly identified as a threat and killed during fighting. The identities released do not include Americans who remain unaccounted for. The development comes as U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan visits the region, talking to leaders about the next phase of the war.
This fight against Hamas, a deeply entrenched terrorist group in Gaza, is going to take time, and it's going to happen in phases.
2 U.S. officials say the Israelis told the United States that the current phase of their offensive against Hamas, which includes heavy airstrikes, could be complete in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
There will be a transition to another phase of this war, one that is focused in more precise ways on targeting the leadership and on intelligence-driven operations that continues to deal with the ongoing threat that Hamas poses.
The Israeli defense minister told Sullivan that particular phase of the war could be a long one, lasting more than several months. Sullivan also met Friday with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, who lost control of Gaza when Hamas took over in 2007. The two discussed Gaza's future post-war, which still remains unclear. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The U.S. says it is still committed to a 2-state solution with Palestinian rule, but the Israeli prime minister says he disagrees with his American allies. Melania Trump made a rare public appearance today at the National Archives in Washington, D.C. The former First Lady was there to attend a naturalization ceremony for 25 new citizens from around the world. After they were sworn in, Mrs. Trump shared her long and personal immigration experience from arriving to the U.S. from Slovenia in 1996 and finally becoming a citizen in 2006.
For me, reaching the milestone of American citizenship marked the sunrise of certainty. At that exact moment, I forever discarded the layer of burden connected with whether I would be able to live in the United States. Be proud of yourself, stand your ground, and embrace the opportunities that lie ahead. You are American.
The former First Lady did not mention her husband in her remarks, who's campaigning on a hardline immigration agenda. Looking ahead, President Biden will return to Wisconsin next week. It is his 3rd visit to our state this year. He'll be arriving in Milwaukee on Wednesday to talk about his work on the economy. A contentious deal between the universities of Wisconsin and the state legislature finally passed this week, trading on a cutback on diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts for more funding. But another part of the deal would create a professorship specifically dedicated to conservative thought. Our Braden Ross is live on campus with more on the new job and what it entails. Braden?
Yeah, Susan, on a campus like this that's often called a liberal bubble, this position would focus on highlighting conservative ideas. Now, this is all part of that same deal you were talking about that saw universities of Wisconsin agree to cut back on DEI efforts. It also comes after a UW system-wide free speech survey highlighted hesitancy among students to share controversial opinions on campus. That same survey also found that conservative students were more likely to feel pressured by an instructor to agree with a particular viewpoint in class.
I've heard this from a lot of conservative students. They often feel that their voices are not respected. They're afraid to speak up in class for fear of losing points on tests and things of that nature. I've also had liberal students tell me that they are dissatisfied that they're not getting both sides of every issue that's discussed.
Now, the position would have to be funded by private donors rather than state dollars, and UW-Madison will conduct a nationwide talent search to fill it. Now, coming up tonight at 6, I talked to a few different students on campus here if they think this is something that's needed here. You can hear what they had to say again coming up tonight at 6. For now, reporting live on campus, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Braden, thank you. It has been a busy year under the state Capitol dome, especially for one Madison lawmaker at the center of the budget process and reproductive health care. State Senator Kelda Roy spoke with political reporter Will Keneally for this week's For the Record. Will?
Well, Susan, it's been a pretty fun season right now in politics where we get to sit down with a lot of these political newsmakers for these year-end interviews. This week, we got to sit down with Senator Royce as she sits on the powerful budget writing committee that passed a big budget bill earlier this year. But it's interesting from her perspective, Democrats are in the minority, so they don't get to set all that much policy. I asked her, though, whether there were some wins for her side of the aisle.
I think there were a few good things in the budget. We increased pay for our public defenders and our prosecutors, long overdue. You know, if you want to have public safety, it's really, really important to make sure that we have a well-functioning court system.
Now, we also talked at length about that UW funding deal that Braden mentioned earlier that trades off hiring freezes in diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is important because UW-Madison is in Senator Roy's district. Now, you can hear more from our interview this Sunday at 10:30 on For the Record.
Thank you, Will. We'll see you Sunday. UW Health just launched a new tool to help sign up more participants for clinical trials using MyChart. The new feature messages patients who might be a good candidate for a clinical trial. These studies are important so they can help find better treatments or cures for diseases and illnesses. Since the launch earlier this year, UW Health says some trials have finally found the right people after years of searching.
The way it works is that if a patient at UW Health is thought that they might be a good fit for a research study, the study team can now reach out to that patient via MyChart and say, hey, you might be a good fit for a research study. Here's our contact information if you're interested, which is great because it's not a capability that UW Health has had before.
UW Health is looking to expand the program and raise more awareness about these studies. Patients can opt out on MyChart at any time. The women's and children's teams at St. Mary's Hospital has been doing monthly safe sleep audits for children under the age of 1 for the past 3 years. This is where hospital staff provide safe sleep education to parents and caregivers. The staff highlights what they call the ABCs of safe sleeping for infants. Alone, on their back, and in their cribs. When babies aren't in a crib, staff explained why babies love to be swaddled.
So they like being swaddled. They're so used to being so tight in their parents' belly. So that's just kind of what they've been used to for the last 9 months. So kind of being free is kind of scary for them. So a lot of babies in the first few months of life really liked being tightly swaddled.
SSM Health recently received system-wide bronze-level safe sleep certification from Cribs for Kids. The designation highlights the team's hard work of modeling and teaching safe sleep practices. The Badger volleyball team came up just a little short last night in the NCAA Final Four tournament in Tampa. But that doesn't diminish an honor bestowed on senior Sarah Franklin. Today, she was named the American Volleyball Coaches Association National Player of the Year. She joins Dana Retke as the only the second Badger in history to be named AVCA National Player of the Year. Congratulations to all the Badgers. What a season it was. Next on News 3 at 5, we'll get a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Gary Canalti. And the holidays are almost here. Coming up after the break, how to make sure your gifts arrive on time. Let's check stocks on Wall Street to wrap up the work week. The Dow closed up higher, 56 points. The Nasdaq was up 52. The S&P 500 was off almost a point. We'll be right back.
Didn't get a good night's sleep last night? Maybe it's time for a new beauty rest from Steinhoffels. A good night's sleep makes for a better day. Get a Beauty Rest mattress for just $3.99 or upgrade to a Beauty Rest Black for only $57 per month when you use Steinhoffels 60-month financing. And get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Steinhoffels, your mattress destination. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Progress means producing renewable fuels for trucks on the road today. We're partnering with farmers to develop these fuels using everything from plant byproducts to cow manure. And then using those fuels to help lower the life cycle carbon intensity of the transportation industry. Driving the world forward today while forging new roads to the future. That's energy in progress.
Stella uses AT&T. Abby has Spectrum One. With AT&T, Stella pays $110 a month for her internet and mobile.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
Abby saves big, over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings.
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store to get Spectrum One.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $5,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
This time of year, we gather, we celebrate, and we remember the things that matter most. For us, that's you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care, because the way you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Coming up on News 3 Now, a new position at the Universities of Wisconsin was created in the agreement for funding, a chair of conservative thought. But what does that mean? We dissect the position and its responsibilities tonight at 6.
Friday on the next Wisconsin Huddle, we switch from women's hockey to men's basketball. Sophomore sensation Connor Segan is in the house. Plus, witness a showdown with me and four-time Big Ten volleyball champ Lauren Barnes. Join me Friday night starting at 6:30.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, with Christmas just a little more than a week away now, the time to ship your gifts is now. About 82 million packages a day will be shipped during this month's peak. Around 4 million of them will pass through the UPS Mega Hub in Louisville, Kentucky per day. The cutoff for 3-day shipping is Tuesday, and next day shipping is Thursday. Let's get a final check on your forecast. Well, not a final check, but another check. Here's Gary Canalti with the weekend weather. Hi, Gary.
You know, it's interesting you say about the shipping dates. My son Chuck works at the post office, and this is their busy time of the year.
Yeah.
You know, with all the packages coming through. Well, three things you need to know in our forecast. Showers will develop from late tonight into tomorrow, but they'll mainly be in a liquid form. Any mixed precipitation will be well to the north of Madison, and I don't expect any accumulation at all. We do have 1 day of colder weather expected for Monday. A cold front will come through Sunday night, and now it looks like we'll see a windy and colder day for Monday with high temperatures only in the upper 20s. But just as quickly, the winds shift around to the south on Tuesday. Temperatures go back above normal, and they will stay that way at least through the Christmas holiday. The high temperature trend over the next 10 days, you can see that 1 day out of the ordinary on Monday. And even then, the high temperature of 28 degrees is pretty close to average. But notice the rest of the time, temperatures middle 30s to the middle 40s. And precipitation pretty much in a liquid form across Wisconsin, even up in the northern parts of the state. Rain occurring there, a mix of rain and snow in the arrowhead of Minnesota and back across northwestern portions of Minnesota. Rainfall amounts from this weather system will be generally light, at least across our part of the Midwest, probably between about 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch of rain, a little bit more to the north and west and to the south and east across northern Illinois, maybe a 1/2 inch or more. But any snow, any accumulating snow will stay into Minnesota and pretty much bypass Wisconsin. The next weather system that comes in toward the end of the week and into the Christmas holiday period could bring a little more snow, mainly across northern Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan. But one of the computer models, you can see, has southern Wisconsin free of snow. The other one, very similar in where the snow is going to fall. And not here in southern Wisconsin. In fact, looking at our Christmas forecast right now for Christmas Eve, I'm looking for a high of 45. It'll be breezy with some rain showers, maybe mixed with a little snow well north of Madison at night, and then Christmas Day, a couple degrees cooler, but that high of 41 still well above average, and mainly rain showers as winds shift around to the west. We might turn a little colder toward the end of the Christmas holiday. Otherwise, future track beginning at 9 p.m. tonight, we're going to see cloudy skies all night. Notice those temperatures holding nearly steady in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees. The rain really doesn't arrive until sometime early tomorrow morning, and then it comes in a couple of waves from the south and west across southern Wisconsin. So not a continuous rain until we get into the afternoon. That looks kind of wet, but it'll be mainly light rain. And notice by 3 p.m. already the showers starting to end south of Madison, and by 6 p.m. they're really winding down. 9 p.m. they're pretty much over with. But notice those temperatures still staying in the upper 30s to around 40, so everything is going to be in a liquid form around here. Again, about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain through that time period. Plan your night across Dane County. Look for a low of 39 in Mount Vernon, 39 in DeForest, 37 in Marshall. Again, dry for most of the night. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, showers by morning. Low 39 in Platteville or in Janesville and Monroe, 38 in Platteville and 36 in Camp Douglas. Tomorrow, showers. Mostly cloudy, not as mild as today, but still a high of 43 degrees, about 10 degrees above average in the first warned 7 to 10 day forecast. 42 on Sunday, that'll be dry. Monday, windy and colder with a high of 28, but just as quickly, we're back into the mid 30s on Tuesday, and then at or above 40 degrees right through the Christmas holiday. Well, unfortunately, mainly rain for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. As we check out first warned traffic right now, things looking pretty good. Not seeing any issues on the Beltline right now. I-39, 90, 94, east side of Madison. No problems there. Travel times either way on the Beltline, 15 minutes, so it's good for a Friday. 19 minutes inbound from Sun Prairie to downtown. Outbound, the same trip is 18 minutes. I-39, 90 from the Beltline to Janesville is 25 minutes tonight, and US 12 Middleton to Sauk City is 17 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warned traffic.
All right, thank you, Gary. After the break, the drummer for Blink-182 just sold the sneakers he wore on tour this year. We'll tell you how much they went for next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warned Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're the people who make junk disappear?
We brought a whole truckload of magic.
1-800-JUNK, I love you.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
NASCAR Cup Series champion Ryan Blaney here. If you come in now, you get 12% off everything for the 12 days of Christmas at Menards.
That's right, we couldn't resist. In honor of number 12's big championship win, we're giving you 12% off everything for the 12 days of Christmas. Thank you, friends, for a great year. And please accept this as our Christmas gift to you. Congratulations, Ryan.
Merry Christmas and enjoy your 12% off everything.
SSM Health and News 3 Now would like to invite you and your family to make a colorful connection this giving season. Go to channel3000.com to download a Time for Kids coloring sheet or find it in November's Madison magazine. Add color and a kind message, then mail it to SSM Health. They'll share with a hospital patient who can't be home for the holidays. And you might even see it on News 3 Now. Take time for kids and spread joy to others by making a colorful connection.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Willie Street Co-op has the perfect gift for every foodie on your list. Our seasonal gifts feature thoughtful selections of great goodies like culinary delights for your favorite gourmand or treats for the sweet tooth in your life and special items for the host with the most. We even have gift ideas for kids. And the best part is every time you purchase one of these seasonal items, you're supporting fair trade, local, and natural vendors. Be an amazing gift giver and do a world of good with Willie Street Co-op this holiday season. Willie Street Co-op. Everyone is welcome.
Embrace the season of giving at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless home office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat, or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
You're the people who make junk disappear?
We brought a whole truckload of magic.
1-800-JUNK, I love you.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Cruise, which is General Motors' self-driving car subsidiary, is firing about 25% of its workforce. The job cuts will impact about 900 full-time staffers, mostly working in commercial and corporate operations. In October, a driverless Cruise vehicle hit a pedestrian in San Francisco who had already been hit by another vehicle and was dragged about 20 feet. In the wake of that incident, California regulators suspended Cruise's driverless taxi testing permits. Blink-182's drummer sold a pair of his worn sneakers for $4,000. Travis Barker wore the size 9.5 Vans during the band's world tour this year. The shoes came creased with a blood stain across the laces and outer sole. They were mounted in a museum-grade acrylic trophy case and sold within 24 hours. We'll get a final check on your weekend forecast when we come back.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's being prepared for all the challenges you may face after a serious injury. It's confronting every aspect of your case with honesty, integrity, and innovative solutions that have earned us a reputation for excellence in representing the injured. It's no wonder so many clients refer their own friends and family to our team of dedicated professionals year after year. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call today for a free consultation.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This holiday season is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Our solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
From London to New York and around the world, from the stage to the big screen, the worldwide phenomenon returns. The original, record-breaking production returns to Madison. Mamma Mia! celebrate the 25th anniversary of the most exhilarating smash hit musical ever. Fall in love all over again with Mamma Mia. Coming to Overture March 19th through the 24th. Get tickets at overture.org.
We are Dane County. We are Madison, McFarland, Sun Prairie. We are Wanakee, Stoughton, Middleton, Deerfield, and everywhere in between. We are committed to being unique in supporting the value when families share the memories of family and friends at the loss of a loved one. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service. More than just a funeral home, we are the people you know and trust to help families before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Learn more at crestfuneralservice.com.
On this Friday night, we go on the road with an incredible story about a secret Santa Club where kids learn the joy of giving back this holiday season. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
And then coming up tonight at 6, a unique type of snow shoveling service from a group of UW student entrepreneurs. They're doing something a little bit different this year, how the so-called snow scholars are spending their winter without the snow. We'll have that story ahead in the next half hour. If you're looking for something fun to do tonight, we have a few suggestions. Madison band Disc, signed to a record label, Saddle Creek, will be playing at the High Noon Saloon. And across town at the Burr Oak, Mama Digdown's brass band will celebrate their 30-year anniversary. This is their first night of a 2-night residency playing New Orleans-style brass band music. Both shows start at 8 o'clock. Tickets are $20 each. It'll be a weekend to get a lot of things done.
Hopefully, yeah.
The weather won't.
No.
All is quiet.
Weather won't be an issue. A little wet tomorrow, but that's pretty much about it. Right now, skies are just cloudy. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam. I don't expect any rain tonight. You can see on Doppler track most of the rain in the northern part of the state, and it's mainly in the form of rain because it's just too cold, too warm for snow. 6-hour future track radar also keeps the rain to our north for the most part. We'll start to see some showers late tonight into early tomorrow morning and then off and on through the day tomorrow. But current temperatures still 42 Madison, 45 in Janesville. Even, toward La Crosse, temperatures are in the upper 30s. But here in Dane County, everybody above 40, including 42 in Verona and 42 in Wanakee.
That's been the story all week.
Right.
All right, thank you, Gary. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you back here tonight at 6.